All right, hi, I'm Jeff Baumgartner with Light Reading Cable, and we are nearing yet another Cable-Tec Expo, so I'd like to offer a short list of things that we're going to be looking for at the show in sunny Orlando. But before I get to that, thanks go out to GenBand for sponsoring our show coverage. But now, one thing I expect to be a big topic at this year's show is Docsis 3.1, which is a new generation of the CableLab specs that's still being worked on and being worked on in relative secrecy. Now, some details have leaked out already, and we've written about some of those, but I believe the industry is going to be ready to be a lot more forthcoming about some of the details about the specs at this show, and we're going to learn much more about that in terms of the work, in terms of what new technologies and are being looked at and how they're going to be applied to help cable beef up not just its upstream path, but also its downstream capabilities as well. And one topic of debate I believe we're going to hear something about is whether Docsis 3.1 will be required to be fully compatible with Docsis 3.0, or if there's so many new technologies and techniques under consideration that it will instead be forced to merely coexist with the current Docsis platform. So staying with the cable broadband theme, I also get the sense that we're going to see more product news out of good old Docsis 3.0. Hytron's already developed a cable modem based on the new Intel Puma 6 chipset that can bond 24 downstream channels and get cable near a 1 gigabit per second downstream. But this show should give Hytron an opportunity to show off more gear that uses this new configuration, and I suspect we're going to see some other vendors do the same and announce some of their next-gen Docsis 3.0 products. And another area I'm going to be keeping a close eye on is the Converged Cable Access Platform, or CCAP. Now, Casa Systems had its CCAP coming out party at the cable show earlier this year, but I think this Cable-Tec Expo is going to serve as the launching point for several other vendors. Harmonic has already indicated that it intends to show off its new CCAP handiwork at Expo, and I expect to see Aris finally put its CCAP chassis out there for all to see as well. And one thing all of these things are going to have in common is that they're going to play a part or some sort of role in cable's IP video transition in the home and out on the network. So I'm expecting to see a big theme of the show to center on this transition. And as a more general trend, expect the cable guys to talk a lot about how the industry is trying to create a stronger culture of innovation that, to be honest, has been a challenge for an industry that's used to reacting to competitive pressures. So in that area, we're going to see a keynote from Dean Kamen, the inventor of the Segway and the founder of Decker Research and Development. And we're going to be privy to one of the first public appearances by Phil McKinney, who's a self-described innovation consultant, and he just became the new president and CEO of Cable Labs on June 1st. So those are just a few areas I'm going to be concentrating on at this year's show, but there's sure to be plenty of other things going on there as well. So I hope you'll come back and read up on our coverage of the show throughout that week. And I look forward to seeing you in Orlando when the show gets underway in mid-October.